So today's video is about a sports bettor who won big at the casino, over $800,000, but the casino doesn't want to pay him. A fascinating story of a 20-year-old suburban man who won $800,000 in sports bets. He traveled as far as Iowa to place his bets. Then when it came time to cash it in, the Keys Casino said, no way. He would be a winner, and this gives us an insight on how the life of a professional gambler works. These are winners, and he says, these are winning tickets I'm holding. Theoretically, I should have at least $800,000 in my hand.
24-year-old Thomas McPeak.
In his home, he shares with his parents. An area in their home, there is a shrine of their favorite teams. He says he has done his research on every single event in the books, and yeah, this was a calculated attack, he says. I guess you can say where I thought I had the edge. This refers to stacks and stacks of sports bets he placed over the last year. Complicated wagers on footballs called parlays, where several events have happened to win. First stop, Horseshoe Casino in Harmon in August.
Thomas went with
$30,000, roughly the course of a week.
and Thomas won $300,000.
Next step is
Isle Casino
in Bettdorf, Iowa. In September, both locations happen to be owned by Caesars. He says he takes around $20,000. I sat at the kiosk for an hour just punching in my bets. Bet after bet after bet.
McPeak
Looks at the wagers where he believes the odds are in his favor. If you want to take a look at the notebook,
Thomas
does extensive research. Over time, he has other professional gamblers believe he has gained an edge. Not like I can just snap my fingers and just make the bets win. I still have to win. Most of the tickets did not win. In my hands right now are all the losers, but a few tickets are big winners, big time.
McPeak.
He's won $350,000, but they won't pay. No, he says. They will not.
Thomas
Tells us Caesars avoided the tickets when he tried to cash them in earlier this year. He says he was referred to the house rules. Do you think that's fair? Of course not. And similar story when he returned to Iowa Casino in January to collect $450,000 for his winning tickets. This time they gave him a printed sheet highlighting structures and anti-money laundering rules and repeated wagering policies. You want to fly under the radar. I want to fly under the radar.
McPeak says,
Like so many so-called advantaged players go out of their way to redeem anonymously.
Thomas
Places a lot of small bets at the kiosk and set a big one with the clerk counter to avoid his bets being rejected. Guess casinos have the upper hand because they can just reject the win. Switched up to disguise myself